The beverage is made from cranberry juice, and the method used to make it was the subject of the invention. The process includes pre-treating the raw materials, pulping, treating them with enzymes, filtering, blending, homogenizing, sterilizing, canning, checking, and storing. According to the method, cranberries are used as the primary raw material. The raw material is then subjected to enzymolysis so that its structure can be altered, a sizable amount of nutritional ingredients can be separated out, and nutritional substances in the raw material can be sufficiently preserved, allowing the beverage to have healthcare functions like preserving the beauty, keeping one young, easing constipation, and preventing senile dementia, among others. In this video, you are going to know about the process of making ocean cranberry juice in the factory. Most cranberries end up as sauce, craisins, or juice bottles. One has been made famous by a viral TikTok since it was posted on September 25th. The video has been viewed over 70 million times, and soon it was copied by celebrities and TikTokers across the globe. It was so popular that retailers struggled to keep Ocean Spray cranberry juice on shelves. But just as the video took off, Ocean Spray farms across the Northeast were heading into their busiest season, harvest, and holiday preparation. The fall harvest is wonderful, but it's the company's most busy time of the year. The company has only 6 weeks to harvest 100 billion cranberries. The sudden demand and a pandemic made an already rushed harvest even harder. The beginning of the Ocean Spray saga may be traced back to 1930, when a single cranberry-growing family was discovered by 3 ardent, autonomous, and passionate cranberry producers. Marcus Uren, John Makepeace, and Elizabeth Lee joined to form a cooperative, where they collaborated to produce fabulously inventive items using the fruit they adored. What's best? In the process, they kept expanding that cranberry family, which currently numbers over 700 farmer families throughout North and South America. So how did Ocean Spray do it? Well, it all starts in the bog. You might recognize it from those commercials. The company begins preparing its 100 acres of bogs for the wet harvest. Normally, the bogs that look like this come right on dry fields. You can walk on this and not damage it. The cranberries grow in a layer of sand, peat, gravel, and clay. Harvesters use water to harvest the cranberries, but they don't grow submerged in water. Some of the cranberry vines on the bog are almost 90 years old. When it's time to harvest, harvesters will flood the bog with about a foot of water. Once the water is added, the cranberries start to float on the vine. Cranberries have 4 pockets of air inside, so vine farmers use a cranberry harvesting machine to sort this out. And they use this machine to remove and pluck the cranberries. The cranberries pop off and float to the top. The fun part is when farmers strap some waders on and shuffle into the water to collect these cranberries. The cranberries are all floating to the top, and the farmers are standing on top of the vines. There isn't anything quite like the experience of standing in a bog. All the cranberries have a wide open space. Due to the recent COVID-19 pandemic, to ensure all CDC guidelines are followed, and to do their best as individuals while farming, farmers put masks inside the bogs as well. Farmers use what's called a boom to corral all the berries bobbing on the surface. One of the surprisingly difficult things is pulling the boom. It's heavy. Hundreds of Ocean Spray cranberries are grown sustainably. But not only is wet harvest environmentally friendly, but it is also efficient. Families can harvest up to 10 acres a day. They work every day without a break for 6 to 7 weeks. Sometimes it may even take 8 weeks of consistent effort to grow these cranberries. A separate place is used to pump cranberries. Farmers cook that pump. The paddle helps to control the rate at which the cranberries are going into the pump, and the pump gently takes the cranberries up into a truck called the berry washer. The fruit is coming up through the berry washer, so it builds up, and then as it moves along, it goes in here where there's a break, and all the contamination gets washed away. So the cranberries then go into the back of the truck. These trucks say goodbye to the harvest farm and head out to the receiving station, which is usually situated very close to the farms. Massachusetts and Rhode Island line up by the dozens, waiting their turn to unload. Once in front, they back up and get locked into this giant lift. Hydraulics lift the front end up, and all the berries tumble out the back. The berries are cleaned again to get rid of the rest of the leaves and vine bits. Then they're boxed and sent to one of the manufacturing plants. 1.5 million barrels will be processed in these factories in just over a month. The manufacturing plants will take a year to go through all those berries. Then, over at the plant in Middleborough, Massachusetts, berries are turned into the products we see on the shelves. They process all the fruit, freeze it, and once it is frozen, you can slice it to make that optimal sweet and dry cranberry that is way ahead of engineering. In the fruit processing area, it gets very loud, so people and workers are advised to wear ear protection. In addition, Ocean Spray had to implement temperature checks, mandatory masks, and social distancing in its factories. The freezer has about 3.1 million pounds, which is about 2 days of production. The berries chosen for cranberry juice or sauce have to be frozen first. Once it's frozen, it breaks down the cellular structure inside the cranberry and allows the juice to be released and processed. After they're frozen, the berries are spiked to break them up. Frozen fruit comes into the process. Then the cranberries are sliced and defrosted, extracting the juice from the berries. This is where the extraction of the juice begins. Once the juice is extracted, it's sent ahead to become a concentrate. That concentrate heads to another facility where the water, juices, and other ingredients are added. About 400 cranberries go into a typical bottle of cranberry juice. But after the juice gets extracted, those leftover berries don't just get thrown away. Instead, they become the dried cranberries called craisins. As the fruit enters the dryer, it's a 210-foot dryer with 3 stages where the food is dried according to the customer's specifications. Once there's no liquid left, the dried cranberries can get flavorings. For example, if the factory is running on strawberry flavor production, it smells like strawberry shortcake in the facilities. Now for the sauce. Ocean Spray's first product was introduced back in 1930. This year Ocean Spray expects Americans to buy nearly 60 million cans of the stuff for the holidays. The berries get ground up into a puree. About 200 berries along with sweeteners go to each can of gelid sauce. The process hasn't changed so much. However, some of the equipment that is being used and some of the required training has changed. The personnel has, but the general concept has not changed in almost 90 years. Once all the products are finished, they are packaged up, and a robot does all the boxing. The finished goods are then packaged, and the products are stored. For the customers, Ocean Spray has 3,500 pallet spots in their factory and 500 at the site itself. So in less than 3 weeks, Ocean Spray turned all the inventory in the core. So between all the flavors of craisins, juice, and sauce, Ocean Spray has more than 250 products on its shelves across the globe. Talk about range. 50% of it goes to Europe, and the rest to the distribution centers in the United States. Due to the demand from the viral TikTok and the harvest season, Ocean Spray says the plants are operating more than normal. For example, the South Harbor Receiving Center and the Middleborough plant had to hire over 230 seasonal employees. In contrast, Ocean Spray has increased production. However, the company says it's too soon to tell how TikTok actually affected sales. So, is Ocean Spray cranberry juice healthy to consume? The polyphenols in cranberries, especially the distinct proanthocyanidins, PACs, aid in preventing germs from adhering, enhancing urinary tract health. This lowers the risk of recurrent urinary tract infections while aiding the body's cleansing and purification. Actually, is Ocean Spray cranberry juice? Each bottle contains just cranberry juice extracted from over 850 cranberries. It's a delectable way to consume cranberries' natural, unadulterated health benefits. Additionally, it is non-GMO and has no artificial flavors, preservatives, or added sugar. Pure cranberry tastes great in smoothies or with sparkling water. What do you think about Ocean Cranberry juice and its process? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe for more videos like this.